Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I'm going to do a two-part series on 10 signs you could be in a toxic relationship. This first podcast, I'm going to go over the first 5 signs that you could be in a toxic relationship. And the next podcast, I'm going to go over the next 5 signs you could be in a toxic relationship. So let me start right now on these are signs that you should look for whether you're unsure whether you're in a toxic relationship. Number 1, and this is a big one, you guys. One of the signs that you could be in a toxic relationship is that you feel very alone, okay? You feel alone, you feel unloved, you feel like, you can't relate to this person. You feel like this person doesn't validate you or doesn't listen to you. So you're going to have that feeling of being alone. And this is the feeling that you have with a narcissist. That's why we say, don't stay in a relationship with a narcissist if you're unhappy because and you're staying because you're afraid to be alone because you're already alone in the relationship with a narcissist. So one of the big signs that you could be in a toxic relationship is that you don't feel like you have a partner there. You feel all alone, okay? The next sign you could be in a toxic relationship is that your partner never takes accountability. They can never, ever own when they're wrong. Anytime there's a problem, they either dismiss the problem, they try to sweep it under the rug, or they say, why do you keep bringing that up again? They don't want to take accountability, or they disappear, or they run silent on you. This is all to avoid taking accountability. So if you feel like, no matter what I say to this person, they can never, ever own when they're wrong, or even worse, they love to blame shift and say when something goes wrong, it's your problem, it's your fault, or you did something wrong, then you could be dealing with a toxic person, maybe a narcissist, because they never want to take accountability because they can't deal with shame. And they'll always try to flip the blame on you or on somebody else. So another sign that you could be in a toxic relationship is that your partner will never admit that they're wrong. They'll never, ever admit that they're wrong. The only time that they may admit that they're wrong is if they still want something out of you. And this is narcissists. They always, the only time they would ever apologize, they rarely, if ever, apologize, or they rarely ever take accountability, is if maybe, number 1, it's in the beginning stages of the relationship, or they still need something out of you. But they don't mean it when they say they're sorry, or they don't mean it when they take accountability. They're just trying to, appease you so that you don't walk away from the relationship. But in general, if you have a partner that will never, ever own that they're wrong, you're dealing with a toxic person, okay? The other sign, the third sign that you could be in a toxic relationship is that you can't resolve conflict with this person. They don't communicate directly. There's your covert narcissist. Covert narcissists they don't want to deal with confrontation. So they avoid confrontation. Again, they are the ones that say, let's just move on from here, or let's just sweep it under the rug. Or, they'll run stone silent on you. This is how they control you so that you're afraid to bring something up. They keep giving you the silent treatment. It's a form of emotional abuse. It's to shut you up for bringing up something that they don't want to take accountability, so that you can never resolve conflict with these people. And if you can't resolve conflict with your partner, how are you supposed to get along with this person? Then you're basically dealing with a dictator that just wants to call the shots and tell you that you're wrong, okay? And what's that going to do? That's going to cause anxiety. That's going to cause depression in you. That's going to make you feel uneasy all the time. So another sign you're in a toxic relationship with someone is that you can't sit down and talk to them and resolve conflict with them because they either stonewall you, walk out in the middle of it, or they go silent, or the other scenario, if you're dealing with an overt or malignant narcissist, is they start yelling and screaming. They start yelling and screaming to intimidate you. So that now, what are they doing? They're controlling you to shut your mouth again. Now you're afraid to bring up anything because they start going ballistic on you, yelling, screaming, maybe punching the walls, you know, going crazy on you, and you're like, you know what, I'm never bringing this up to them again. And guess what? They win, because now you're afraid to bring up any issues to resolve conflict. I always tell people, one of the things that you need to look for when you're dealing with a partner is to see how they fight. How does this person fight? Can they sit down and talk about things and own when they're wrong? Or do they always blame shift and say it's your fault? Or do they not even want to hear it? There's narcissists out there that basically won't even let you finish a sentence, okay? Or, you know, they change the topic, or they deflect, or something like that. Or they sweep it under the rug. So the third sign that you could be in a toxic relationship is that they constantly can't resolve conflict. You never get a resolution with this person. Or what they want you to do is to forget about it and move on. The problem is never fixed because you never were able to come to some kind of meeting with, you know, some kind of resolution, because the narcissist never wants to, you know, meet you in the middle, and they never want to say that they're wrong. So what happens a lot of times, that problem is still there. It's still building. It's like a smoking gun. And later on, guess what? It's going to pop off. That's when things really go left, and you either have a huge, big argument with the narcissist, or they run silent on you, and now you're having the silent treatment for, like, let's say days, weeks, months, because this person can't sit down and own the truth. Narcissists hate the truth if it doesn't work in their favor. What does that mean? That means that, you know, most of the time they love lies, they love manipulation. This is their way to get over on you, and the truth exposes them for being wrong and making them face shame, and they just don't want to do it. So they hate the truth. This is why they gaslight. So, you know, that's another sign that you're in a toxic relationship, is the gaslighting. Constant gaslighting. Never ever can answer a question straight. There's always, you know, the whole point of gaslighting, you guys, is to confuse you. So let's say you bring something up to the narcissist, and what do they say to you? They say, I don't remember. Okay, here's your female covert narcissist, or covert narcissist, male as well. They say, I really don't remember, or I don't know what you're talking about, or that's all in your head. Okay, they love to say this. That's all in your head. Or they love to call you sensitive. They love to call you insecure. They love to say that you have a problem with everything and everyone. And what are they doing? They're gaslighting you, and they're not answering the question, all right? This is somebody who is toxic, okay? Now, moving along, another sign that you could be in a toxic relationship is that your partner bullies you. They put you down. They criticize you. You're afraid, okay? When you feel that fear, that's when you know, ding, ding, this is not normal. If I have to fear what I say, what I do, that I'm going to be attacked for it, okay? They're either going to attack you overtly or covertly, okay? Or malignantly, or if you have a malignant narcissist who could be violent. But the bottom line is you're afraid. So when you feel fear with your partner to say something, to do something, you know, you feel very judged, you feel very criticized, you're bullied for your opinion, that is a sign that you are definitely in a toxic relationship. And another thing I want to add to this with regard to bullying is how your partner talks to you. Do they talk to you in a tone that is respectful, or do they talk to you in a degrading kind of light? Do they use profanity? Do they call you a bitch? Do they call you all these kind of, you know, nasty names? Do they call you a whore? Do they call you a moron? Do they demasculate you as a man, or something like, or emasculate you rather? Do they emasculate you? Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to rush through this because I want to get this out and I get interrupted. So another sign, you guys, let me go through them. You feel alone. Your partner never takes accountability. You can't resolve conflict with your partner. The partner's always gaslighting you. Everything's confusion. They're not answering the question directly. And number 4, they bully you. You're afraid. You're walking on eggshells. You're afraid to voice your opinion because they always put you down. They criticize you and they judge you. They try to make you feel like you're stupid or you don't know what you're talking about. The narcissist always has to be right. They always got to be right, all right? No matter, let's say you make a suggestion to do something. They'll always say, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. Or why would you want to do that? They put down everything. They've got to be the authority on things. The narcissist always wants to be the authority. Okay, moving along to number 5, okay? And this is a big one. This is another sign that you're in a toxic relationship, is that your partner smears you behind your back. They smear you to their flying monkeys, or they smear you to your own family. And yes, this doesn't just happen when you break up from a narcissist. This can happen while you're in a relationship or while you're even married to the narcissist. And this is a smoking gun for people before they end up getting a divorce. What does that narcissist do when they have a fight with you? They run to their flying monkeys, of course. And who are the flying monkeys? 9 times out of 10, it's their toxic family or their friends. They're talking about you to a third party. They're smearing you. They may talk to them about how you cook, how you clean, how you do things, how you're a moron, how, you don't take care of yourself, how you don't take care of the kids. They're going and they're complaining about you to their flying monkeys, the third parties that are now getting involved in your relationship because they're giving their input to the narcissist, and they're firing up that narcissist even stronger against you. The flying monkeys will validate the narcissist and tell them that they're right. Why do they do that? Because a lot of times the flying monkeys are jealous of you, or they don't like the relationship you have with the narcissist, okay? So they want to cause trouble. Flying monkeys they could be more dangerous than the narcissists themselves, in the sense that they are the biggest troublemakers going. And a lot of them are covert narcissists. A lot of them fill the ear of the narcissist and say things like, oh, I wouldn't put up with that, or I feel sorry for you. They'll say little subtle things, and especially, if you have a covert narcissistic mother-in-law or a father-in-law, forget it, you guys. You do not want to deal with that, all right? Trust me, I know, I've been there. And what they do is they fill the narcissist's ear with subtle digs against you. Or they'll say something like, what does she have you do now? Or why can't she do that? So that's all it takes to set off that narcissist. And next time that narcissist is in contact with you, they're going to be fired up, okay? They're going to be fired up. It's like that reel I said. When the narcissist is barking at you, someone is feeding that narcissist, okay? And that is usually the flying monkeys are validating, feeding the narcissist, and making them feel that they're right. Even if they're wrong, they're still going to tell that narcissist, oh, you're right. I don't know how you put up with it. Oh, she's unreasonable or he's unreasonable. I don't know how you deal with that. And that's going to really make the narcissist get angry. And that this is why they're going to look to pay you back either directly or indirectly, passive aggressively, if they're a covert narcissist. Okay. So these are all the ways, 5 of the ways that you are in a toxic relationship, okay? Let me run it through. You feel alone. You feel like you're unheard. You feel like this person doesn't care. Number 2, your partner never takes accountability, never says they're wrong, blame shifts, blame it on you. Number 3, you can't resolve conflict. The problem is never resolved. There's always, a monkey in the room because of that unresolved problem that you have, all right? And it's gonna erupt down the road because this person can't sit down, can't talk straight. They constantly gaslight you. and you're not able to resolve the problem. Why? Because the narcissist doesn't want to resolve the problem. Because in order to resolve the problem means they have to change themselves, and they don't want to change who they are. So they're just going to gaslight you, make you think that you're crazy, and they're going to continue to do whatever the fuck they want to do and just say that you're crazy, all right? You're in a toxic relationship, okay? Number 4, your partner bullies you, you're afraid, you're walking on eggshells, you're afraid to say something, you're afraid to do something, they're constantly putting you down. And number 5, your partner is talking and gossiping and ripping you to shreds behind your back to their flying monkeys. And I forgot to add one other point here. Not only will they badmouth you to their own people, but some of them are so dirty that they will badmouth you to your people. Now, what does that mean? They may go to your family, your mother, your father, and start talking bad about you, okay? They're going to play the victim. This is your covert narcissist again. They're going to go to your family, they're going to play like they're the victim, and they're going to make you out to be the bad guy to your own family, okay? And if your family doesn't have your back, all right, they may side with your narcissistic partner because they may think that they are a victim and they may feel that you are the problem, okay? So, and you may get that if your family is narcissistic as well. If you have a narcissistic partner that goes to your narcissistic family, guess what? Your family's not going to be in your corner. They're going to side with your narcissistic partner and start agreeing with them and say, yeah, I don't know why she's like that. Yeah, she has issues. Yeah, this and that. The two of them are going to be, commiserating against you. This is how dirty narcissists are, because narcissists align with other narcissists to attack somebody, all right? This is when they team up. Narcissists team up with other narcissists when they have a common goal of trying to take somebody down. And that's another sign. If you have a partner that's going to your family or your flying monkeys, your friends and family, your supporters, and they're talking, bad about you, and they're playing the victim, you're in a toxic relationship, okay? Because your partner should be dealing with you, not bringing in these outside people. When you have a partner that's constantly bringing other people into your business, you're dealing with a toxic person, all right? That's trying to smear you, make you look bad, and make themselves look good because they're worried about their image. Narcissists worry about what people think about them, especially the covert narcissist, constantly worrying what people think about them. And they may run to your own people to save their image, to look good, so that if anything erupts there, they're going to think you are the problem, okay? So these are your first 5 signs that you could be in a toxic relationship. And you guys, the next podcast I'll do the next 5 signs of, you could be in a toxic relationship, okay? All of this stuff is bad if you're with somebody like this, and it's going to cause a lot of arguing or silent treatments and unhappiness in your life. You're never going to feel at peace, and you have to get out. If you can get out, you have to get out, all right? Or it's going to destroy your health down the road. So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. Don't forget, follow me on YouTube at the Game Exposed Podcast, where I have over 4,000 videos, a lot on covert narcissists, a lot on the discard, and all these other triangulation, word salad, all this stuff, you guys. Go to my YouTube because I put everything on YouTube. The Game Exposed Podcast. And my Facebook and Instagram is The Game EXP123. And have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, Go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.